All right, PKA episode 385 with our guest Filthy Robot. Kyle?
So, Kyle, you had a couple shitty things you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, very shitty. So let me link you guys to this. This is Wing's Twitter today.
Wait, I
Right into
I
Wingz,
did
I guess.
not know where this was going. Okay.
I didn't either.
Yeah, the guys are totally caught off guard by this. I told them I had some shit topics to go
Yeah.
today.
I literally
So-
thought it was going to involve like gas stations on the highway.
We'll get there. So this is Jordy Jordan at WarGodICP. He says, "This is taking it too far, really. Pretending to be a young girl with a letter full of actual shit. This is against the law and a biohazard." So Wingz was sent a letter today. The top right image, you'll see there's an envelope with a heart drawn on it.
With a let's stress how the heart looks. It looks like a normal person did it left-handed, or this is a child. Is what it looks like.
And then there's letter 2. Now it looks suspiciously like Woody's Gamertag's handwriting. I'm just gonna throw that right out there.
You can imitate my handwriting with just by using your feet.
See,
Exactly.
I don't know if this looks more like a melted chocolate than shit.
Don't ruin my dream, and I'll get to that. Wingz has a response to anyone who might think this is chocolate.
His
Believe
grandma's
me.
holding the letter, and I can see her finger touching one of the little tidbits of brown. Like she wouldn't.
Look, trust me. Wingz Redemption knows what chocolate looks and smells like, and he himself has let us know that this is not chocolate. And his grandmother is holding the note. And if anyone knows shit, it's his grandmother. Okay.
But what's
feel
the
like
consistency of this shit? Look at how thick it is
Taylor,
and creamy even.
Please end this line of. We have subject matter experts on shit and chocolate in the house there.
Forgive me for being skeptical.
It's possible that Thomas Tramaglini was the one who sent Wingz the letter, and this was his last hurrah as the police were closing in on him, because he turned out to be the New Jersey superintendent who had been defecating on high school football fields daily. Daily, police say. This man had a $147,000 a year salary as the superintendent there. Must be a nice fucking high school, right? He had been shitting on the field daily for weeks now. He's been charged. He's 42 years old. This is not a child. This is not a teenager. He's been charged with lewdness, defecating in public, and littering.
You know what? He shouldn't get smacked with littering.
I feel like he should cop to just littering.
He
It's
just
like
You know what? You caught
get
me
a-
on the littering. The rest I'm
It's-
clean. Something about that fucking stare and like the purse on his face. Like, I know this guy. I don't know him, but I know 100 people like him.
just
That-
because of his race. It's a little bigoted, Woody. That's not what this show is about. This is a Christian program.
Italians aren't even people.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I got you there.
That'll
Not
probably make it into
racist.
the
I don't even
the
consider
short
them
summary
people.
clip, right?
But
That you
Phil-
just that'll probably make it into the recap thing that you're starting to maybe do there, Woody.
Yeah, who knows?
Just that, out of all no context, just that.
I think you're setting me up. But yeah, so I uploaded a highlight clip in hopes that maybe people who don't want to see all 4 hours would be interested in like the highlights or something, because that's how I watch Joe Rogan's. And I'm not actually making them. A guy, the YouTube channel Endless, is making them. And I guess the deal is he uploads first, gives it to me, I link his channel, and it should be a win for everybody. So we'll see how it works out.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about him getting paid leave for getting caught on camera shitting on the track?
Well,
Like,
it's just it has more to do with like the policy of that school district than anything. Like he has to be convicted of a crime before you can fire him or have him not be on paid leave or something like that. You know, as an employee, you would want that sort of innocent until proven guilty kind of mindset.
You
I think.
would, but I feel like usually that would be applied where a kid would be like, hey, he aggressively, squeezed my arm or something and pulled me out of the class or some shit like that. And they're like, well, we need to prove if this happened or not. And I asked, pull the other students and whoever was there. For this, it's like, is that you in your superintendent Tramalghini high school jacket? And is that your asshole spewing a lot of the Wednesday special all over the track? It's
And
like,
have you
yes.
been sending packages to Jordy Jordan of Conway, South Carolina?
Guilty on all counts. Yeah.
That's
Are you able to go into
Really
what
close.
it's about? Like what her thesis is about or no?
I don't think it really has. She looks at human sexuality, so she did a particular set of experimental manipulation of that. So, with a kind of,
So you both have advanced degrees in human sexuality?
Yeah.
Can I put a request that you guys go on ChatterBait just so I can, like, I don't know, pick up a thing or two?
What?
I mean, come on.
I think it'd probably be better to just read his dissertation.
No,
right?
I'm a visual learner.
What?
Visual learner.
I'll let my wife know that Woody's requested she go on ChatterBait.
With you, I'm no sicko.
This is going in your highlight reel again.
Gee, I love Kyle's eyes.
Yeah, he does that.
So.
Well, I'll tell you, I watched a fascinating live stream last night over on Ice Poseidon's YouTube channel. He did another thing where he locks people in his closet, and the last person left in that closet gets the money that's been donated, that's accrued over the time period that they've been in there. And I believe the number was around $8,000 that had piled up. And to be honest, I'm sort of in and out of the stream, so I didn't really notice how people got kicked out. I think they were voted out by the viewing audience itself, which doesn't seem fair, if you ask me. It seems like people should either quit or stay, but I think it was supposed to be 24 hours in the closet.
Not
and then like
fair, but it might be a better show.
It was an excellent show because there was a black guy in there, and he did not seem to understand the sort of hijinks that would be pulled in a closet with 5 or 6 other human beings. These are all like weird guys, you know. I mean, they volunteered to be in a closet, and one girl who was quite attractive. And at some point, a gentleman known as Scuffed Jim Carrey, I believe, sprayed shaving cream all over this black man, or maybe it was ice cream. It was something like that. It looked like that. The black man beat him down. starts throwing.
Wait, like actually throwing legit
throwing
punches?
Hard punches. Hit him 2 or 3 times really hard in the face. And so he was voted out of the closet.
Wait, who's he? I don't even know who's voted out at this point.
The black man.
I don't know. He's the more entertaining guy. I would have voted out the loser of the fight.
You can't have a violent man in the closet. Like,
actually would prefer all 4 of them to be violent.
Is there like a camera in the closet that he checks in on from time to time?
Not only is there a camera there's a camera up high. There's good lighting now because he's done this shit before, and there is a robot in the closet which looks like a blender on wheels that just sort of wheels around, but it quickly became the upskirt cam. If I'm going to be honest, because the girl's wearing a skirt and the audience controls the camera. So the camera, not only does the robot move around with the audience's control, it uses text to speech. So it's saying disgusting things. It's show us your pussy, and like continually ramming into her thighs as she like tries to. Not very hard. We saw so much ass, and then today I found like tons of nude videos of her. So
did you see her underwear?
Yeah. I also saw her bloody tampons piled up in the corner because we're not allowed bathroom breaks. It must have stunk to high heaven in there.
Smelled like pennies.
Smelled like pennies and farts. Just a real sulfur.
But you
dioxide.
Actually see a pile of tampons in the corner?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's okay.
Well, yeah. Well, he doesn't have the diabetes. And we all thought that he had the diabetes. I figured that, a man like him, has a hard time peeing without dribbling all over himself. And so I imagined the inside of his underwear like lemon pop rock candy everywhere. Just little jewels of sugary, hardened urine just everywhere. And if you scraped it up and concentrated it, children everywhere would love to lick that little dipper and stick it in there.
Why is it that you think Wingz doesn't pee a normal stream?
I'm sure he pees a normal stream, but I don't think he's able to shake it off properly. And I feel like the girth might disallow
the thick 6.
No, the thick 82. his stomach, I feel like, is at this point. I feel like his stomach is on his dick. Right?
He's gonna be like, "I'm a 78. Why are you exaggerating this horse shit?"
There's what needs to be sent. Not shit in the mail. Someone needs to send him formula for like the most delicious cake drink ever. As like
my God.
like that would be the subtlest, like most brilliant form of torture right there.
What a cruel sabotage, Filthy. Sending him.
Or you could just sign him up for the Cookie of the Month Club. Wait, Woody signed us up for the Cookie of the Month Club one time. I was furious. I was furious. I was like, this is horseshit. You literally ordered me 244 fucking
He
cookies.
loved those cookies. Those cookies were outstanding. And here's a thing. Unbeknownst to me, they were really for Kitty. Kitty was helping me with my Minecraft server, and I was trying to show some appreciation. And but it turns out, like, I'm going to make up a number. Half, 3/4 of them had some sort of nut that she'd be allergic to. So Kyle's disposal services were put into action. We plumped them up.
I definitely
It was awful.
self-regulate in part by not putting shit around that I'm gonna want when I'm late at night drinking or something.
I
like
don't buy
that. And, like,
cookies.
exactly, Kyle. That's what I'm saying. So I could see that. That's a dick move, Woody. That's a real dick.
That's like sending an alcoholic like a make your own beer kit. Or
Right
something.
right when Taylor was starting on his lifting, like getting real involved in it, you like sent him, like signed him up for like a beer of the month, like cookie of the day, and like cake recipe.
Cookie of the day. I would have had no success. They're showing up every morning at 8.
He hires like some.
And I gotta eat them quick because they're gonna get stale.
Attractive baker who comes into your house each morning and prepares you the cake of the morning or something like this. You're fucked.
No, I won't even be staying in the hotel. My dad has a place there, so I'm gonna stay there.
Okay.
And enjoy it. Yeah. Ooh, la-dee. Not like I own it.
Well, if your dad has a place there, you know what beach you're going to.
Yeah,
No, I don't. Because he's not on the beach.
Ah.
Yep. So, we'll see.
Well, what
We'll
is
see
his
how it goes.
address then?
What is his address? I don't even know.
So it's like Tampa, Orlando.
It's not in Tampa, but it's around Tampa. Yeah.
I like it there.
Yeah, I like Tampa. It's a nice city.
My parents are in St. Pete. I really like that area.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. St. Pete,
I've been there like 9 or 10 times before. I know a lot of people down there. Wrap it up.
Is that a wrap it up, they're dirty down there, or wrap it up, I was there first?
Both.
Either was good enough. Both really get that point home.
I don't want to leave, the Tampa area with Hep K or whatever strain Kyle introduced to the area. Oh my God, he's got Hep K. We've been the Atlanta area and Tampa. There was an issue with it in Denver a couple years back, but it seems to have died down.
There's no cure. This is gonna be worth it.
We started.
Yeah.
No. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play.
Anders gedroeg dan de anderen. En nee, dit is niet eng.
There's
Deze
a
kwam
man
als een
swimming with
stoomtrein op me af,
sharks.
stootte me tegen de borst.
Speaking
Ik
in
werd
what
echt
might be
even naar achter
Latin.
geduwd.
Definitely not Latin.
En toen dacht ik dat het gevaar was geweken. Maar wat we later op de beelden
This
terugzagen,
seems
was
foolhardy.
dat deze haai dus niet wegzwom, maar een
I hope
rondje
this
There's a
maakte.
shark highlighted to his right.
Hij komt op mij af terwijl ik
coming
gewoon
in
met de
hot.
camera aan het praten ben over haaien. Hij opent zijn bek en bijt mij zo hier in mijn rechterarm. Wou we nog helpen?
Woo!
Ooh, it took a chunk.
Oh,
It took a chunk.
this is concerning.
Oh, you can see
there's
his
a flap.
skin. There's a giant flap of skin.
If I read the Latin below correctly, he said, "Shit, he bit me."
I need.
Holy smokes!
Oh God, his bicep is just.
Really deep.
A giant flap of skin, and it's not just skin. There's some
Oh.
flesh and muscle there too.
Oh yeah. Although you can see the scar better now.
Holy shit.
What did you think was gonna happen?
They just swim.
Better yet, why was he fucking doing that?
Exactly.
He was trying to make peace with shark kind. He is our ambassador to the
Yeah,
shark.
Filthy's a little sharkist if he thinks they're all like that. And
Yeah.
Taylor too.
I was taking a Black Widow bath, and I was shocked when I had to go to the hospital with necrosis.
Right.
Like, no, you're. Don't
You're
do that.
prejudging sharks way harder than I
Do you
prejudged
think he should be
Italians.
treated?
Yes, he should be treated.
I think he should be thrown into the sea.
What?
Not actually. But I mean, you are. When you jump into
Okay,
Aha.
now they're like, all right, it's really go time. Let's film it as we drive very quickly in our powerboat. What the fuck were they doing?
They were swimming with sharks
Why?
to get footage.
He's a TV presenter.
What?
Shark
swimming with
fighting
sharks.
people.
Okay, this has nothing to do with sharks. He's not teaching shit. This is at the end of it. Always pay your insurance bill.
Kaiser Permanente.
Before you go shark swimming, have a good HMO. Yeah. I mean, Chiz, can you find more animals attacking nature experts? Like the more gruesome the better, and the more foolhardy they are, the better.
You guys watched the guy who did the like the world's like most painful sting stuff, and he did a number of
My
these.
son watches him, so every so often
Yeah.
I'm forced to. It's yeah. I have a hard time distinguishing the pain levels. You know, he gets stung by a bee, and he's like, "Oh my god, it's the worst thing ever." And then he gets stung by some like Mexican red bee or whatever the fuck he gets stung by, and now that's the worst pain ever. And then he gets bit by a termite.
the Mexican red bee. I like that made up name. That's great. It sounds real.
Crocodile
China.
bites down on a man's arm and performs a death roll during a routine stunt in this clip from Animal Planet's Untamed and Uncut.
I really hope we don't get close-ups of this guy's hand after this.
Oh, it's not just his hand, my friend.
Oh!
Snap
Oh,
immediately
no!
starts
Oh,
It is
God.
Keep that
I
arm.
just watched the crocodile twist at a different rotation than that guy twisted, which means
bites it,
something
and
didn't work.
immediately starts spinning. This
Yeah,
guy's arm
that's
is
gone.
shattered.
See, he needs
Yeah,
to...
his arm's gone. Like, it's just totally shattered.
Oh, it was awful, folks. I gotta say that the shark bit down on his arm. All right, so first of all, earlier he was fucking with the shark, and the shark closed its mouth.
Crocodile.
But it was just fucking with him. This crocodile. But it was just fucking with him because in the test bite it just went chomp, like this soft little slow bite. When he actually stuck his arm in there, it shut like a vice at the speed of light. It
And then he like fucking jumped. I didn't even know. I know they did death rolls, but I assumed that was like in the water or something. I didn't realize that this athletically they can just do a full fucking 360 flip off the ground. You don't think of a crocodile like that. You know, it's just like.
Dude, I can't roll over in bed that well. And he had a guy's arm in his mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and now you live in Thailand with one arm, and no one is gonna hire you to do your crocodile shit anymore
What are you
because you're like
talking about?
you're gonna scare the shit out of
Oh,
everyone.
please,
What are you
I'd
gonna
pay
do?
extra.
This is
That
a
guy's
new
gonna have to
advertisement
become-
for prosthetics. Now he is fucking immune to whatever that crocodile can do. He's like, look at my hand go in. Look at my hand come out. Doesn't fucking matter. He's not worried at that point.
That's
you got to make a
great.
good point there. What if you recreated this every show, but with a prosthetic arm? Like it looks real, but it's just he's like, okay, let's try this one more time. Oh no! And he just rips his arm off every
His
fucking
arm's
show.
coated with A1 steak sauce every show. Just
Oh, that'd
How,
be great.
how long would that work? They'd be like, I'm going to go see the show today of the guy who gets his arm ripped off. 100% of the time, it is. I'm tired of going to here. Put the hand in the mouth and then nothing even happened. It's like, no, I don't know. We'll see. I bet his career's gone downhill. You
It
can
was
almost
the
see his
turning.
arm like crush in real time. Like the girth of his arm immediately halved as
That's
soon
the-
as it went there. Like that bone fucking shattered. Like,
Ugh.
and I don't know what the surgeons are like in Thailand, especially the ones that are able to be, that are accessible to this gentleman. What kind of healthcare plan do you think they have for the crocodile teasers?
Is one of your sponsors an insurance company this week?
no.
No.
Are you sure? Because I'm sensing a theme, a recurring theme across the videos we're watching right now.
It's just that if you're gonna get mauled by an animal, you better have insurance.
Yeah, and I don't think they did. No,
No?
all you get is the cool blue jumpsuit we give you.
Jesus Christ.
You can walk your ass to the hospital on your own. Get a rickshaw. We covered that.
Oh man, that's fucking awesome. See, that poor guy. I feel bad for him because, you know, he's somewhere with one fucking arm right fucking now.
Okay.
You're
They're
able
not-
to choose if you're able to choose your gender at the age of 9. You should be able to choose whether you want to continue or not.
Well, I can't argue
Uh,
with that.
I guess I would go a little more severe than that because I think there's stuff about like your psychological development, like when like if we're looking
Of course you would, Filthy.
come on, like how is
I'm
that
taking
not
the
reasonable?
position that 7-year-olds are not fully developed. At 7 years old, I had a conversation with my mom and said,
You are not fully
Matthew
developed
is
at
too
7.
boring a name. And she's like, well, what name would you choose? And I said, Superboy.
In that case, I would have make an exception for you, Woody. You could have been euthanized at 7. That would have been fine. If that's what you were going for, I agree. But I think for the rest of people,
Here lies Superboy. 7 years too long.
Kyle,
Little quote, Mom, put down the shoe.
Kyle, what are you on tonight, man?
The little beard.
Yucky. Yeah, that's
I really like that one.
hey, Superboy. Terribly.
He followed that with a firm stiletto beating.
The best part of that joke, quite honestly, was Kyle's reaction. Like, I was amused slightly at the initial, but like Kyle cracking up this hard is cracking me up right now, which is like,
So fucking good. I pictured the tombstone and his mom standing there by it, not too bothered. Like looking at her watch, like how much.
A couple people tweeting about this incel terrorist, the guy who ran that truck or van or whatever in Toronto recently. And an incel is someone, it stands for involuntarily celibate, which means like they want to get laid but they can't. And
sounds so euphemistic. But all right, sure.
That's what they're calling it. May I read another one of these incel comments I came across? This community's gone on Reddit, and so these are just like archives on Google Images. The post name was, "This amazing surgery in the near future could cure all incels." It says, "Just take a dog's brain and put it into a humanoid female's body. There, fixed. No more incels ever. I'm not talking about killing anyone. We wouldn't need to do that. Just clone their bodies at a young age and substitute the inferior female humanoid brain for a loving dog one. Or females who died of brain-related injuries. Maybe we could revive them with superior brains. Female humanoid bodies are very desirable, but it is their brains that ruin everything. They're stupid brains that only lust for chads. That are total hypocrites."
Does it really say that?
Yeah, I
What
mean,
is this Chad meme? I don't
that
know this
make
Chad
them
meme.
heartless cunts without remorse. It's not like their brains end up contributing anything to society in a significant amount, because dumb cunts cause endless suffering and can never be satisfied. Can you feel the vitriol and the venom for like?
Oh, it's palpable.
It's palpable.
That's
This is a really
forum.
short. This
Yeah,
is a really
yeah.
short, comment, but I think it really kind of elucidates the way a lot of them are thinking about sex. Males can't be raped. Sex is a resource controlled by females to be given to males they deem worthy. It's a purely positive experience. It's like talking about getting free money from someone as money rape or something. It's like they really do see it as just.
I've actually read literature talking about men being raped, which men apparently can perform fairly well. The men get it up fairly well for situations where they're being raped. Just FYI.
Yeah, you don't have to want a
know.
boner to get it. 8th
And
grade, and
lots
middle
of
school
women-
taught me that.
Lots of women orgasm during rape.
Yeah,
Yeah, that doesn't make it not rape, but yeah, that's a good point.
Yep.
Taylor told me that one.
I've read that too.
Here's
Yeah.
one of a guy taking apparent glee in abuse. He says, 2X is quickly becoming one of my favorite subreddits. I love all the stories of how girls go out and find a Chad to bring home to fuck. But once they are alone, surprise, surprise, Chad sexually abuses or rapes them. They all mention he was so sweet and charming and handsome. How could someone like him do this? Or the stories of how their Chad boyfriend smashed in their faces and they try to rationalize it because he's so handsome and sweet and he would never do it again. I honestly applaud all abusive Chads. Fuck those women. That tell us they can sense our misogyny, then go home with a wife beater just because he is handsome. For any incels having a bad day, go to 2X and their stories of abuse will cheer you up.
It's a fucking time, man. You'll be all right. There's
I
other
think you
things going
just
on in the
nailed it.
world.
Some of
I
these
think you
guys
just
are
totally
30.
nailed it.
Some of these guys are 30. All right.
Some of them are, but they're doing the same thing that like they're like the polar opposite of the White Knight, you know? Like they both groups are
Although I
putting
feel
pussy.
like White Knights are fucking doing. I feel like White Knights in this group are not mutually exclusive. I think those are a lot of overlap there.
They both might be nice guys. I feel like the incels aren't like nice guys unless they're presenting themselves differently. But it's like the White Knight kind of people, the nice guys, like they're putting pussy on a pedestal too.
No, not for most chicks. Not for most chicks. I like look, if I'm sending a picture to a girl, I've never sent a picture of a girl with me like, hi. like
Yeah.
no.
You're not 007. You're not
fucking 007. Like maybe if you get to know someone and you share some similar interest in like anything. It could be My Little Pony even. Like if maybe you're a brony and you find a chick who's into that weird ass shit too. like then you could send her a picture of your stuffed faggot doll.
That's
you know?
that's like
You know? I don't know where I would fit into this fantasy because they are clearly into this fantasy about tails.
You could
And
wear a
diapers.
diaper and a tail.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just reading through it, and the Cliff Notes version is Tails is a youngin' who wets his bed,
10.
and his parents left, and so he's with a babysitter, and the babysitter goes to the bathroom. He goes and investigates her bag and finds Pampers, not like the normal ones he wears, but with kid designs on them. And so the babysitter goes, that's okay. It's okay to be curious. Why don't you put one on? And so Tails, the cartoon character from a children's program, puts on the pull-ups and then says, I have to go. I have to go so bad. And
So I know sometimes you invite me on for the drinking version. Is this like the pedophilia version of PKA?
This is just this is the DeviantArt version. This place is a gold mine of degeneracy.
Sure.
It is insane. And so basically, part one
Oh.
then has
I'm not
tells
clicking it.
Tails to piss in his diaper and just wear it, and then Tails asks at one point, "Wait, you mean I have to wear the diaper for the rest of the day?" Because I guess they want to be sitting in their own piss.
Let me read this
kindly
excerpt.
gives him. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So the reason you were in the bathroom earlier was to change your diaper, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the reason. Speaking of going to the bathroom, I kind of have to, go, Tails said nervously. Then go. It's no big deal to wet your diaper. Just use it while you can. Actually, no, it's not just that, he began to blush. Oh, well then, just relax and then you'll feel better afterwards. Oh, okay, I'll try then, Tails said, trying to relax. Ebony left the room and to start cooking supper.
Someone clip this, please, and let's post this on some sort of forum so that people can masturbate to Kyle reading that. I want to just hear about that later. You can send the thanks directly to PKA. Woody can pass it on to the other members if need be, but I want to hear that was something that was enjoyed by someone somewhere. Yeah.
Ebony left the room to start cooking supper so Tails could have some private time. It only took seconds before Tails heard the slight hissing sound of the pee collecting in the front of his diaper. But it took almost 15 minutes before Tails actually felt the back of his diaper fill up with with the brown and smelly mess. Whew! I can smell that all the way in here, Tails, Ebony said, waving her hand in front of her face. So sorry about that. Should I get a change now? I think your diaper will at least hold out until after supper. What are we having anyways? I like that he didn't question that. Well, I hope...
New topic.
Part of the course.
What are we having anyways? Well, I hope chili dogs are okay, because that's the only thing I could make at the moment. That'll be fine. The two sat down, ate supper, and watched movies for the rest of the night until Tails started to get tired. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Then she changes his diaper, and there's more talk of the smelly mess, and that's enough of this. That's quite enough. No, you want to start by watching Filthy's videos because they are the best.
Oh, thanks, Kyle.
PKA.
Cheers,
free.
guys.